Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be going over Kazumi or Sumire's actual team here, which is going to be the best team that's going to be really built for her. And I'm really just going to be telling you guys exactly what do these characters, what do they do, what do they contribute, and are there any substitutes for these characters. So if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Helps me out quite a lot. Let's go ahead and move straight into it. So when it does come down to Kasumi here, we do know that she is coming out next week. She is going to be our next character in our first edition of P5R inside of P5X here on Wednesday afternoon. Now, this is a huge deal here. She's really good. She's a character that does damage just out of nowhere. And boy, oh boy, is she a good character to just have. The good part about her as well is she doesn't need to be duped, and she doesn't really need dupes for her weapon. So this is just all of the goodness that's actually just coming from having the character itself. But what are the teams that she really could run? And that's what's going to really defer people to whether they will get this character, whether they won't get the character, or either who cares about that and we just pull who we want, because at the end of the day, it's just fun just to do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. So go ahead and move into that. So when it does come down to at least Kazumi herself, who would she run with? We're gonna go ahead and actually break this down with the first character that is obvious here, and that is going to be Cord. Cord is quite literally one of the only characters in this game that is really useful inside of just multiple teams. She has so many fashions of where she can be put, it's actually ridiculous. You can slap her into any team, where it's a Psy, a Curse team, a Ice team, it does not matter. She will actually thrive in those teams, even if she's really not built for them to an extent. This character builds up highlights, she builds up a lot of attack, she helps out with damage bonus, and she can passively heal your team as well. So there's not anything that she really does lack on doing. If you haven't gotten the character, you could actually get the character as well out of the banner, in which I would advise you guys to like really go for Sumire first. If you were like trying to pull for Sumire and you don't have Cord, right? Go for Sumire first, then go ahead and double back for Cord. Cord is just that really busted character that, in all honesty, you don't really want to miss. If you can actually get both her and Sumire, then your chances of really just clearing this entire game is supremely high, seeing how much she can really help out a whole team. But that's just the surface of what she really can do. So let's go ahead and actually dive in a little bit more into what she actually does do here. So Kazumi, as a lot of us do know, actually builds up her own highlight gauge, in which is kind of difficult to get up to an extent without multiple little things that you have to do, or multiple facets of things that you really have to do here. So with this, we already know Cord of course does all the buffing, but one of the things that she helps out with is highlights. So with that highlight matter, the reason why she's so good as well is due to using her skill 3, she's actually able to make it so you're able to unleash a highlight that's even more powerful as well, to be able to unleash this highlight early. So there's no need to do any of the prerequisites or anything like that, which Kazumi does have prerequisites to her highlight. You can just immediately go ahead and trigger this. It's something that isn't always naturally available to you. So that Cord has this, she's actually able to just go ahead and do this and make it so you're able to do that big boy damage really easily and really quick. Alongside of this, of course, he already helps you out a lot with giving that extra damage bonus as well with her combat skills, and which is really helpful. Seeing that you can actually get your highlight early, build your highlight early, get your highlight cooldowns back early, then build your highlight back early, and spam them with stronger strength. This character is a character that you do not miss. So of course, once you get Sumire, I would advise going ahead and going for this character. And if you already do have Cord and you're planning on getting Sumire, you're already well set. Now there isn't many, at least I don't think there is anyone who really could replace Cord, though if you do want to replace Cord and just need a buffer or a healer, you very well can do so. But none of these characters do build up highlights, so you're really just using it as like heals or for buffs at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and check out the next character that could actually replace Cord. One of the few characters that can actually replace Cord here, just for buffing wise, is going to be Marion. And the main reasoning for this is because of the attack bonuses that she actually is able to provide. This character herself, at least with her skill 2 and her skill 3, really comes in handy by consuming the nectar that she does have, and this actually will increase HP amount as well as the damage that she can actually help you out with in the long run. Now, this is something that does have its little prerequisites as well. The good part about her is she is a standard character, so actually getting her is not too bad. And then of course, if you can get dupes of her, that's where she really excels even more, because by actually gradually getting over the HP amount, you're actually able to then get yourself some extra attack, which isn't always possible, but is really good to actually have in the back pocket. Another release person that you can very well use in exchange for cord is going to be another 4-star here, and that's going to be Leon. Now, Leon is a really good 4-star. He's actually really good for just at least boosting up your crit damage. It's awesome to actually utilize this character. Without a doubt, I feel like he's one of the few characters that a lot of people have now slowly started to move away from, and it's only just because we have better characters out there to an extent, but he is not bad by any means. Leon himself is actually one of the more useful 4-stars out there, and it's kind of surprising how so many people kind of sleep on the dude. Like, the man can give you literally everything you want. You're able to get that attack boost here. You're able to, of course, get yourself some shield off of it. Yes, at the sacrifice of some of your health, but it is still shield. You're able to again also boost up crit damage. It's a lot of things that this character can really do and excel at, but many people don't really look at him too often. I would definitely suggest, if you don't have Marion and you don't have cord, this is another good character that you could use as a best in slot, or at least a substitute in slots for it. And then lastly here, if you are missing cord as well, you could very well use Vino just to have an extra person who's being here to at least take down the enemy's defense, take down things that she needs, so then you can technically deal more damage. Though this is going to be a character I would rather recommend for the next character that is substitutable. So Cord's team, as I did say, or at least Zumi's team actually does comprise of at least Cord, Joker, and Oracle, or Cord, Joker, and Futaba, and that's the main thing that you're going to be utilizing here. Now we went over the optimal replacements for Cord, let's go over some optimal replacements for Joker. Now the same thing happens with Joker. On the off chance that you have Cord and you have Futaba, the only things that you could really replace Joker with, and we've been trying to test this quite a lot, and the only things that we have seen are the 3 little guys that I just went over here. That was Marion, Leon, and Bino. Pretty much no matter what, if you have Cord, well then your next little choice of actually replacement is Joker, unless you just don't have, unless you have both of them. Then if you have both of them, why are you watching this video other than just learning about the best team? But anyways, if you're missing Joker, the only characters that you can really replace with is going to be Marion, is going to also be Leon and Bino. Those characters are the only ones that we really can utilize for this, because of her team being as niche as it is, being as actual restraining as it is. It's very hard to really kind of advise other teams. Now for some people, there are people who are going to go for just mono bless, which by all means you can very well do that. Only reason why we do not at least advise this here is because the mono bless team doesn't really help her out too much. If you're using mono bless, that means you practically will not have Cord in that team as well, which is going to be very interesting. You want to have Cord in the team at all times. The only reason you would be trying to use mono bless is if you're trying to use Phoebe. Now Phoebe herself, yes, she is a really good navigator, but once again, she does not really contribute a lot to at least Kazumi herself. So you're missing out on a lot of that damage, or missing out on more, at least when it comes down to utilizing this character. The mono bless is never going to really work out too well, at least until we get like a character that is meant to be ran alongside her or the blessed team. Currently that's not possible, so only team that's really possible right now, in which I'm going to throw it into the actual team thing so you guys can actually see this instead of me kind of just talking about it at the same time. Only team that is actually viable at the moment is this one, and then we're going to actually act like, yeah, we're going to act like Howler, Sumire, and then we're going to have Futaba here. Now there is not a replacement for Futaba currently that we do know of, because Futaba is helping you out in the crit rate and crit damage department, and which is perfect here, which is why you want to really utilize her. There's not many, I want to say, navigators that are going to help you out in this aspect, though there are other navigators that can be pretty decent. These navigators, or at least her as a navigator, is the only one that you're really going to be utilizing, seeing that you do need that crit rate and crit damage aspect. But all in all, that is all that we have to talk about for the video. This one was short and sweet, unfortunately that her team is very, very restrictive from what we've ended up testing, and it is kind of unfortunate for that. But for the people who actually don't mind it, of course she can still be utilized very easily without a proper team. She's a very strong unit, so if you do want the proper team, you might have to actually go ahead and go the extra mile, try to get those other characters. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp, peace out.